What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to SoCal Exploring. You're watching your stop for all things theme park and attraction related. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing down below with those bell notifications on, and if you enjoy this video at the end, make sure to give it a like. If you aren't already, follow us on our social media accounts at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter. In today's video, I never thought that I'd utter these words again anytime soon, but we have a Halloween Horror Nights 2021 construction update and of course a Super Nintendo World construction update. And you may be thinking to yourself, right, an HHN construction update? I thought that wasn't going to happen. Well, it's looking like we're going to have some form of Halloween Horror Nights this year in Hollywood, whether it be an HHN Light, a full-on event, or something. It just looks like we're going to have still, even with the COVID and everything, we're going to get some type of HHN experience. Now, like I said, I'm going to cover HHN, Super Nintendo World, and a little bit of Secret Life of Pets / The Walking Dead attraction updates in this video. And I was not able to make it out to the Taste of Universal event at Universal Studios Hollywood this Friday. However, I had a couple friends that did go to the event, and they got a bunch of great construction shots, so I want you guys to go right now on their Twitter. Make sure to go follow them. Please go follow them. They're allowing me to use their photos that they took at the event, so please go follow both of their accounts. They're both great people and great friends of mine, and show them the support. So first and foremost, we have the Waterworld Q location, which is still up. The walls are up, and it's actually blocked off, so you can't like walk past where the Waterworld entrance is at and see the facade of this maze. A lot of people from speculation of drone videos were saying that it's going to be Halloween 3. I believe that it's going to be some type of Halloween maze. We just don't know what it is. Justin, I'm sure you have seen, he pointed out on Twitter that you can see a shamrock there hinting at it being obviously Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. One thing that you'll notice is that there's a blue tarp covering the entire maze. Now this is probably due to rain and stuff like that, because usually they'd have more of a permanent covering, or I mean it'd be temporary but still permanent for the run of the event. So these mazes have been up from last year, and I just want to preference that these mazes were up during the construction period of 2020. There were about, let's see, I want to say a total of 5 or 4 mazes in construction that we could see. And we knew that Waterworld was staying up, but however, we didn't know that the Mummy location would be staying up. And right here is a shot of the Mummy maze, completely intact. You can see they also have that blue tarp covering up, but you can also see the shape of plywood forming and everything. I mean, you can still see the facades intact. Nothing about this maze has been dismantled like the ones in the backlot were. This was rumored to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre just based on the facade and how it kind of looks like one from earlier years of Halloween Horror Nights when they did do Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I think even though we saw this last year during construction season, I think it's still extremely exciting to see it up and, you know, just sitting there like it's ready to go. I'm assuming they just need to put more detail in it and such, but it's like it's ready to go like for HHN 2021 if they decide to do it. Now randomly, John Murdy, creative director of HHN Hollywood, randomly tweeted out a gif of Frankenstein and put, "The monster always survives." Just randomly, no context, no anything, and I don't think that he just, you know, meant to put, I think that he's hinting at something. I think he's teasing us HHN fans. He could be hinting at the fact that he may be off furlough, because as most of you guys know, if you follow his personal Twitter, he said he's been on furlough since July of last year. So if they bring him off of furlough, then that can only mean one thing. They want him to work on a Halloween Horror Nights event for this year. I just think that's quite interesting that he's teasing us fans. I mean, I think it's looking up. Now, I've already shot off my ideas on what I think they could do for Halloween Horror Nights this year. You know, have an HHN Light event. And if you haven't checked out the Boo Bros channel, a collaborative group full of haunt YouTubers and theme park YouTubers that I'm a part of, we actually did a HHN 2021 speculation where we dived a little bit into what we could see there, what we could see at HHN Light, what properties would come to HHN Light. So I'll leave that link down below in the description, and please subscribe to the Boo Bros channel because we're almost at 200 subscribers. So I definitely think that it's possible we get that light event this year. I don't know if it'd be a daytime event or a nighttime event. I would assume it'd be still at night, because unlike Orlando, like we can't necessarily do a daytime event unless they're going to put a bunch of mazes into the sound stages. And most of you Hollywood fans know that we don't have that many sound stages available. You know, there's people filming movies and there are TV shows and everything, since Universal Studios Hollywood still has a working set 365 days throughout the year. So I think, like I've said before, if the event happens, then it'll definitely be a much more toned down event. But who knows, you know, with COVID looking up right now and vaccinations getting out to everybody, and obviously the state opening up a lot more, we could very well easily see a full event. Not like a full on like 10 mazes and everything, but still like 6 to 7 mazes, and I'm excited for it. And even though, like I said, that it's not really shocking that these mazes are still up and have been staying up, because they want to make it easier for them to, you know, put the detail in and everything for this year's potential event. It's exciting to me. You know, it's not shocking, but it's very exciting to see. Speaking of spooky stuff, also something that was quite interesting is the fact that they have fully transformed the Walking Dead attraction entrance to fit with the theme of Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. Now, we kind of knew that this was happening, but also at the same time it's kind of weird to see. And as we know, the exit to that attraction is going to be the gift shop a little bit further down the street. It's not going to be the Walking Dead entrance like a lot of people speculated. But what is the future of the Walking Dead attraction? Is it going to come back to HHN this year? Will it host like a multi-purpose type of maze there in the future? And I definitely think that this building will be used, because the Pets Place overhaul looks temporary. Like, why would they leave that arch there and not just put like another New York building theme to, you know, fit Off the Leash, if they weren't going to reuse that archway for the Walking Dead attraction? I would also like to see them use this as a multi-purpose HHN maze location. Like, they can always choose what maze goes in there, or maybe they can rotate Universal Classic Monster storylines, like whether it be the Bride of Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, a Dracula maze. I just think that there's so much possibilities with that specific location, since they have the lighting in there for a maze, they have the audio in there for a maze, like they have everything already there. So why would they gut it and just not do anything with it, you know? And with this picture, I think that it's very clear they have plans to do something with the former location of the Walking Dead attraction. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about all the HHN news and stuff. Anyways, let's get into something more lighthearted and fun, and that is Super Nintendo World. Now, surprisingly, I thought that they were going to put some type of wall up where the Minion viewing deck's at, or maybe even, you know, cover a little bit more. But honestly, at the same time, it's kind of impossible for people not to see Super Nintendo World from the different viewing decks throughout the park. So I'm really happy, because when I'm able to actually get out to the theme park, I'm going to take the zoom lens out, and we're going to get great construction shots of Super Nintendo World. It's going to be wonderful. As you can see, though, it's a lot better view than from the side of the road all the way at the Sheraton. It's looking like it's coming along really fast. Probably spring 2022 is my guess. I was originally saying, you know, it could happen in 2021, but it seems like they've kind of paused on construction a little bit, so I'm thinking spring 2022. This way they can prepare a little bit more for, you know, media, press, just making sure everything works properly, get all their, you know, Hollywood filming stuff done, and just have it be a wonderful grand opening. Hopefully the pandemic is over by then, to where we don't have to wear masks and they can allow in a certain amount of people and not have a restriction on that. You can clearly see the warp pipe entrance. It's looking really exciting. Like, I can't wait to see them actually put detail on that, because I feel like seeing that and seeing it from the lower lot, like actual level, it's gonna make it surreal. Like I feel like all of us theme park fans are gonna see that and be like, wow, I knew Super Nintendo World was coming, but now like I am 100% like ready for it, anticipated for it, and I can't wait to step foot inside of that beautiful land. If you compare the layout of ours compared to the Japan one, you can kind of tell where everything's gonna go. And shout out to Aaron, because he also put up like a structure of what he thinks is gonna go where. I'd say it's pretty spot on based off of what my speculations are too. But what I do hope to see Universal do, though, is start, you know, selling Nintendo merchandise at the Hollywood location, because it looks like over in Orlando they're gonna start selling Nintendo merchandise in the brand new studio store that they got in City Walk. So why not bring Nintendo merchandise over to Hollywood to build more anticipation for the land here? I mean, if I can buy like a little plush baby Yoshi, I will be so happy. It doesn't matter where it's at, if it's in the park, if it's in City Walk, it doesn't matter. I just want to see them sell Nintendo merchandise and, like I said, build more anticipation for the land. Also, I'm sure soon we'll have an official announcement, an official teaser trailer, because even though they announced it like years and years ago that it's coming to Hollywood, they still have not done any official announcement for Hollywood in specific. Then again, they could be waiting to find out when exactly they're ready to open this. Like, I'm sure the construction crew right now doesn't have a set specific time area that they are going to be ready to open this. So once they have that, I'm sure Universal will be quick to be like, all right, let's put an announcement out there. It's opening in spring 2022 or summer 2022 or whenever they decide on. And nonetheless, there are tons of things going on at Universal Studios Hollywood, and it's an exciting time for sure. I can't wait to get back inside of the park. I mean, come late April or early May, whenever they decide to open up the theme park, because since they already had the approval, it's gonna be crazy. Like, there's gonna be so many updates, so many construction updates, so many theme park vlogs and everything on this channel. So you're gonna want to subscribe with those bell notifications on, and like I said, subscribe to the Boo Bros channel, because if you're an HHN fan, there's gonna be lots of haunt coverage from, you know, Not Scare from HHN, Busch Gardens over in Orlando, and there's just gonna be tons of haunt content throughout the nation. We're really trying to push the haunt content. Like, say there's a haunt in Arizona, we want to cover that. There's a haunt in New York, we want to cover that. We're really trying to do it all with that channel, so please subscribe. Let me know down in the comments section what you think of all of the exciting updates at the park. My name is Scott, and you've been watching SoCal Exploring. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring.